Hey there, guys. After nothing short of some techno wizardry, I managed to get this extremely ancient, extremely wonderful little game to capture almost full screen on my modern Windows 10 computer type of device. And it amazes me that there's almost no footage of this game on the internet, especially not this version, and that's a shame. It's time to rectify that. So, what is Paladin? Paladin is technically a full-fledged RPG that has a campaign and character progression and some interesting things like that. But the main appeal to Paladin, like its brother Breach, uh, by the same studio, Omnitrend Software, uh, was that you could build your own levels, and in your own levels, you could create a custom party of sorts. So Paladin was knights and fantasy, and Breach was space marines, and together these two were just absolutely forgotten classics, masterpieces that you kind of just don't hear about anymore. And um, I was so thrilled to find these because they were just right up my alley. And so you can put a lot of work into your own custom maps or a little work. And I actually put a lot of work into the map that I just created, because I managed to, I believe, fill nearly every tile at least with terrain, and I managed to flesh out a what I consider to be a full fantasy world, and it has every faction that is available in Paladin. Keep in mind that when you create a level in this game, it's meant to be kind of brief. It's meant to be kind of short and to the point. The manual even says this because there's really only so many assets that can be used. So you had better make sure that you save enough for your story. And I managed to create a story that has no objective. It's supposed to just be a world. Um, Now, I don't know how well any of this will work because I know that the enemies in this game just kind of mob you eventually. But some of them were meant to be able to be avoided, and you're meant to be able to explore and take on challenges if you wish. And uh, there's meant to be ever so slightly hidden things from the player that you wouldn't catch if you didn't try to explore the whole world. And it's well, I think that's about it. Yeah, so again, I don't know how much I'll be able to not engage in combat. Fortunately, we should be pretty prepared. I'm not as brutal in difficulty as the actual developers of this game were, because this game and Breach are rather hard, especially in their scenarios. And even the easy ones were not that easy for hardcore turn-based strategy people. And I was a little more forgiving on myself. So hopefully we'll survive because um, I created this world where all you really have to do to win is leave. Although you won't be able to do that without a bit of exploring. And you, well, this is actually the first time I have experienced this world myself. And I thought it would be kind of magical if we experienced that together. So, um, my only method of showing the game to you, this little game I created, is to survive long enough to do that. So hopefully my skills will prevail and will actually be good enough to do that. So uh, yeah, there's only one first time I can do this, and so far we're up to date. And without a doubt, um, I give you Paladin. And without any further ado, I give you Heiliges. It's the German word for holy because we are meant to be in the German holy homeland. And we are here to explore. And so I've got some thematically appropriate warriors here. And yeah, so here we go. So I've got my men. There's the Paladin. Um, Unlike in D&D where it's so much of a unique and fleshed out class, the Paladin in Paladin, it's all about him. It's all about his survival. It's all about the Paladin. And you cannot lose him, otherwise your mission will be considered to be failed. But like with Breach, they made the Paladin such an effective character that it's very, very tempting to use him in battle. So you've got to find a balance between doing that when you need to, enough that you can keep your men alive so that they can better keep you alive, and not getting him killed. So, needless to say, it's a tad intimidating, isn't it, to hit that escape key because they might all come running right at us. But well, it's a turn-based game, so they're going to have to wait their turn. So this is him. This is the Paladin. This is Siegfried himself. And here we go. So yes, this is the pickup button. We just took an orb of fire. It's like a magic grenade. And he is definitely someone who I would want to have that. We'll also be taking a healing potion. Yes. Now, I will leave a tad bit of the loot for my other compatriots. Everyone does look the same in this game, but who cares? They serve their purpose really well. Uh, SW stands for swordsman, and they're your basic warriors. They are quite worthy, I'd say, of being given some items because that will really enhance their ability. So our main bodyguard here will be Tyr. Cannot hold any more objects. Well, that's what the bag of holding is for. And this will be one of the other holders of a health potion. So, Adele, let's bring out another member of my merry band. So we have uh, Votan, our mage, M.A. Mage. Meant to be kind of a German Merlin here. We will be taking one of the magical bombs, not that you need to be a mage to use it, and a potion of vitality. That I see as being very helpful to him. And he will be the final holder of a health potion because he's someone who I'm interested in keeping alive. So that worked out better than I thought it would. He managed to hold all of his items. And Alaron. This is uh, a ranger, and you might be wondering about the name Alaron. Where did I get the name Alaron? Well, there was an RPG from my childhood that contained the name Alaron. And if you don't know what it is, too bad. I'm just gonna kind of just be a bit of a just sort of screw with you a little bit, and you're going to have to deal. Um, and so we'll actually save these items for someone who can more aptly use them. So drop the crossbow. We drop a bolt. And I suppose he is valuable enough that he should probably hold Potion of Vitality and one of the game's magic bombs. Now, by shift clicking, it shows spells. And Paladin has 6 very simple spells, but very good. Confuse does not make your enemies attack each other so much as it makes them unable to reach you. Might still be useful. Speed is fairly self-explanatory. It just gives you more moves. Invisibility is awesome. And so this is the first time I'm seeing a ranger in this game, and he's pretty got some pretty decent abilities here. But we don't need that. All we really need is for him to move out of the way. Thief. Gerhardt. So I'm considering making him the holder of the second crossbow. Can only hold those few items. So we'll actually not have him do that. Which is too bad because he would be an excellent person to, you know, that's something we can fix, isn't it? Hypothetically. I'd have to give the bag of holding to that man. Instead, we'll cancel that. And we'll leave him with the bow. Ah, there should be more. Thief. Aha. We have yet another knight, another swordsman. Easily one of the most useful classes, much like Marauders in Breach. Warrior class is with ease one of the most effective in these games. And Swordsman Roland will hold crossbow bolts for Gerhardt. Again, I really don't know if these monsters will even remotely play ball in not just kind of swarming us. But we'll see. We'll see indeed. Another swordsman, Hans. Have Roland move out of the way. I'm remembering how to play this game already. thief. Now, this is the ideal time to have him scout. Aha! We've got a bridge, looks like. And, well, what do you know? It's got some trolls. This is the ideal time, I'd say, to either back off, because we have just enough moves to get back, or we could launch an attack first. Well, it's only 5 movement points to fire a crossbow bolt. And I think we'll stand a better chance of survival if I do that before I run. So, we're going to use item, bolt. Fire it directly in front of you, and we land the crossbow bolt on the troll. But he's just such a big, beefy, tough boy that he tanked it anyway. I do believe I made that one the leader. So, time to turn tail and run there, Gerhardt. In a massive way. Okay. So now, as best as we can, we're going to position our men around him and try to fend off an attack. Now, you most definitely do not want to group your units in this game, because the enemy is very, very keen to use grenades of their own on you. Once again, just like in Breach. So we'll move, trying to get everybody at least a space apart. Votan is the last person we want to lose right now. So we'll keep him a touch back. Okay. Yes, I can. Okay. So now every party member is protected. We're in a fairly good formation because they've got to move a little in order to hit us. Now there's only one thing left to do now that we've expended all of our first set of moves. We're going to have to deal with the consequences of putting a crossbow bolt in that troll's butt. So, have at ye. Halaron. Vitality, yes, every time you move in this game. So now, Roland will step forward and drop a crossbow bolt. And then he'll step back. Gerhardt, our thief. Takes the crossbow bolt, and he sets out again. Funny that the trolls have not moved. I would think they would be furious that we pegged their leader with a crossbow bolt. Though maybe they're engaged on the other side. I don't know. Is there Is there infighting in this game? Got a lot of different factions. Usually that's not the way it works in these type of games, but this game came out a little after Breach. It was a little bit more advanced. So let's fire another bolt. So we landed a shot on the troll leader. That guy had more health, and he had bit more chance of hitting as well. So that is very good. We're off to a good start for being able to explore the land. Because really, to do that with any degree of efficiency, we are going to have to get past that bridge. So we wait. We are attacked. Oh. Oh. So that is what I feared. So they managed to destroy our thief. That was brutal. You now have a useless bolt. Well, you might as well drop it. Let someone else take it. And now this is the bulk of combat in this game. Don't fail me, Roland. Prove your namesake well. And he does. They took someone out, and due to the similarity in appearance, I'm struggling to remember who it is. I think that might have been Alaron, our ranger. That's tragic. That's a brutal loss of the variety that we did not want to take. So, with little other recourse, space him out a tad, we move in to avenge our friends. That was just one dad blasted troll that did that to us as well. Managed to kill our thief and our ranger in the same blow. It's not a good start. So what we're going to focus on in this turn entirely is positioning men in order to make them travel further. It's about what we can do. Attacks tier, hold fast here. Is a warrior. He may be able to survive. And he does, though he is pained. So, we turn, fire a crossbow bolt, and it kills. And the potion of healing, well, dad blast. We're just short. These guys are really guarding that bridge. Well, come to think of it, hmm, well, there's not a lot that we're going to be able to do until we start killing them. That's one down. That's another down. I'll get as far into this rubble as I can. That should slow the enemy down. Now, more swordsmen down. Tragic. Well, we managed to kill a few more of them, but it doesn't look good. And try to cast a spell, but it's no good. On the upside, though, the rubble in their path should at least slow them down. We were once 7 and now only 3. Yeah, they're being a bit cheeky now that they have noticed that we're a bit farther away. Indeed, they're being a bit cheeky. They're not revealing their presence. They would like us to cross in their stead. Well, if this is the tactic they select, I will give it to them. But they will be regretful. That should save plenty of movement. We'll give speed a go. 20 movement points. No dice. 20 movement points again. No dice, even still. Being that they fancy themselves cute, we go again. And the spell is successful. Let's try another. try again. And once more. What dastardly opponents. Well, that should provide them with some. Did provide them with incentive. Again, I say, what dastardly opponents. Damn. But perhaps, in my wisdom, I'm more dastardly. Or I have lured them into a trap. We have yet another. Scoring quite a few hits in a row. They return an ambush with great fury. Our Lord Siegfried is in great trouble. Well, perhaps a retreat is in order. And once again, we thwart them. Only to be restored nearly to full strength by the potion of healing. Hmm. Foolish errand. Saw not I had another shot. You should stand with our Lord Siegfried. we use magic upon them. Huh. I got so wrapped up in the action that I forgot to tell the story, didn't I? The story so far. In the righteous land of Holy Deutschland, one was able to make his own fate. Well, the main bridge to the land was indeed guarded by trolls, which we've seen. Once passed, one could find countless hidden wonders. Count von Krieg offers you honorable warfare in exchange for all of his treasures, if only you are brave enough to answer his challenge. Save for that, the world is yours to explore. Well, rather like to survive our quest, so I was thinking maybe the exploring should be done. And there's the castle of Count von Krieg. Hopefully they don't come charging out of it. Guess we'll see, won't we? And they did come charging out of it. Photon is slain and my paladin is killed. Damn. But what a run. We sure gave those damn bridge trolls a run for their money. But I was no match for the forces of Count von Krieg. Suppose he interpreted our crossing of the bridge as a threat to his land. And we were thwarted. And that's just a small taste of Paladin. What a wonderful game. See, now that this Paladin has been killed, his save file is permanently deleted. How about that? So you can't just spam them and build them up. You actually have to keep them alive. And that's the Paladin experience. You're constantly creating new Paladins, new commanders in Breach. It's the Omni-Trend way. Well, I hope you enjoyed, ladies and gentlemen, and good night, good day.